Well, sir, let me start off with you because I understand you're abroad right now. Sir, the president in his veto message said that the bill as is and as submitted to him to be signed was to the advantage of the lazy, the incompetent, and those with no IQ. These are pretty strong words coming from the president. I'd like to ask you, how different is the bill that was to be signed by the president from the one that was certified by Malacanang last year?
Well, actually, they're about the same, but you have a version of the House, which is a better version with the Senate. But what happened was that we were set for a bicameral conference with the Senate. Actually, it was in Sofitel Hotel, and suddenly the House adopted the Senate version.
Yes,
so
sir.
let's move on economic. So let's bring it up to the Senate version, which is SB 1826. In the first place, I'd just like to say that pangit naman na sinasabi na low IQ at saka tamad yung or lazy yung Filipino worker. That is not true. Tamad, low IQ siya, especially kung yung trabaho talagang mabigat at saka yung sahod maliit, hunger wages. So it's always like that. Filipino workers abroad are well respected, especially here. I'm right now in an international conference for labor, right now in Fiji, and I have to report what happened to the Security of Tenure Bill. It is not a security of tenure, as already mentioned by the President. It's really frustrating at the same time. Not good when you say security of capital. There's no such thing. That's nonsense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But if the president sees the bill in that way, this is for the incompetent and the no IQ, and everybody's refiling the same bill all over again, what do we expect? I mean, what kind of
That is
changes are you looking
exactly
at?
because what we got was actually a watered-down version, and you just mentioned that the labor groups are not, in a way, really campante or does not really want this version. In fact, if you refile the version again, and a watered-down version, that will be, a watered-down version got vetoed. How much more if you upgrade it? So it's an exercise of futility. Again, TUCP will not back away from its responsibility. It will still file a Security of Tenure Bill, as with the chair, of course, Joel Villanueva, will file an upgraded version and see what happens, because this is a campaign promise to the President, a promise that has been broken. I understand the chairman, Sonny Matula, of Nagkaisa,
Yes, sir.
the formation of the Coalition of Labor Organization, we are in agreement here that sana, hopefully, it was already a product of 3 years in Congress and in the Senate. A lot of work has been done. The concerns of employers and at the same time, the so-called Foreign Chamber of Commerce that have been intervening. They are supposed to be foreigners. Why are they intervening purely national policy, especially in the world of work? So I detest that. I do not like that. It is very frustrating. So together with Nagkaisa, I'm sure Attorney Matula is there, will agree with me, sir.
Congressman Robbie Alampay po of Business World, you said, we will refile this and tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. But I think to Ed's point, I mean, we know what will happen. I mean, if we follow the logic of the president, we certainly understand the frustration, but we know what will happen. I mean, at best, it will go back exactly the same way and is headed to another veto. Is there room here for a constructive engagement, and what might necessarily have to change?
Sir, what is important here, this is already a watered-down version. So you want me to file a watered-down version of what is already being watered down? So that is completely nonsense. For me, I rather it will, it's a case of political death. I don't want to be in a situation where former Senator Herrera was known to have a so-called Herrera law that actually talks about contractualization. So TUCP is not ready to do just that. So we will file what was the version of the House bill in 6908. That's originally together with Akbayan dati. That was a very good version, sir.
I just want to know, as far as you were concerned, syempre minamatsagan nyo to until the very last minute, literally the last minute. And it could have gone either way, at least as far as the public watching was concerned. How close were we actually to having the President sign this? And what was your expectation literally on the eve of the veto?
Yung in-expect namin na isa-sign ng presidente kasi mas magaan na nga ito. Watered down na nga ang bill na ito. At palagay ko ay mas malakas ang ang lobby ng employers natin at yung bulong ng ating mga foreign chambers.
Yes.
Na palagay ko misleading eh. Kasi yung sinasabi ni Presidente na tamad yung mga manggagawang Pilipino, walang utak, palagay ko ay kung tamad talaga, ay hindi naman powerless ang mga employer.
Yes, but based on, what I want to understand is based on yung pong mga kausap nyo na legislators at yung minamatsagan nila at napupulsuhan nila kung anong mangyayari, 'di ba? Parang habang lumalapit, 'di ba, pa steady ang update sa inyo. Hindi, ito ganito. Ano po ba yung ano raw yung tsansa na mapipirmahan, and then what do you suspect happened on the final day?
Ang palagay ko ay mapipirmahan kasi si Secretary Bello ay may favorable yung kanyang recommendation sa Presidente. So, labor relation ang pinag-usapan eh. So, dapat yung expert opinion dyan ay mabigat na opinion yung Secretary of Labor niya, di ba?
Let me put it this way, sir. From your perspective, from your point of view, did the President change his mind about this bill from the time he endorsed it? Did he change his mind in principle with the ideas in the bill? Or meron lang mga bagong pinasok na ayaw niya? Kasi sa huli, dun babagsak yun eh. From the start ba, gusto niya talaga yung bill na yan, nung final at in-endorse niya? O meron lang mga dinagdag na ayaw niya?
Palagay ko, noon siguro gusto niya, pero ngayon na nakausap niya yung mga employer at yung kanyang mga, sa huli, yung kanyang business managers, ay nagbago ang isip. No? Palagay ko, kung sino siguro ang last na makausap, parang gano'n na nangyari. Kasi pababaliktad eh.